week. I saw it.
How much does fun matter?
I mean, that's why you get into the sport in the first place. You never want to lose that. Emotions can run high when you're at this high of a level playing college football, and especially when you feel like you're competing for a job or whatever the case may be. So you can kind of lose that in some sense. But I think just having a tight knit group like we have, we're 120 deep, and there's nothing I wouldn't do for any single one of them. So I feel like the tighter a group is, the more you're able to play for each other, the more fun it becomes.
What was Kyle like after that strip sack?
He was fine. You wouldn't even know he had a strip sack, and I think that's important to have a short memory as a quarterback. I know if I was a quarterback, it'd be a little difficult because I've gotten better over the years, but I'm someone who has been working on trying to get over to the next play, and Kyle really excels at that.
Have you ever really seen him rattle? Ever since you've known him?
I mean, not really. We joke around with him and mess around when you're like, oh, you're starting today or whatever like that. Even our freshman year in Akron, and you can never really tell that he was rattled, and he goes about his business, like I said, like any other time.
What was the impact of the running game today? Better running game today. How did that impact and make you guys better?
Yeah, the running game opens up everything downfield. So you want to be able to rock off the ball, and that opens up play action, and then the safeties have to step up. So it really gets the whole picture going for the offense. Sometimes we have really great receivers and great tight ends, but you can't just air it out the whole time because the defense will get soft and start rushing 3 people. So the running game is definitely huge.
Emeka, what do you think next week will be like to be prime time, biggest game of the week, and a team that you guys beat last year that's very incentivized to give one to you guys this year?
Yeah, well, we call them matchup games when you're playing an opponent who's of equal skill level as you. So in matchup games, it comes down to effort, playing hard, and it comes down to executing. So we're just going to look to do that. We're going to get on the film Tuesday. We're going to build up a great plan with full trust in the coaches and what they're doing, and we're going to go out there and play our hardest.
Are you already thinking about that game?
Absolutely.
Or were you already thinking? But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I wasn't thinking past Western Kentucky at all. We took care of business today, but as soon as the last whistle of the fourth quarter went off, I started thinking about Notre Dame.
What did Kyle in the last couple of weeks, but especially today, what did he show you that maybe you wanted to see from him too? I mean, you've been his backer for a while now, but what just kind of jumped out at you about the way he played?
I think an area that he's very much improved in is his leadership. He's always been poised. He's always thrown a pretty ball. He always been super smart in the pocket. But leadership was something that you don't necessarily get to see because he's not the starter. But I had my questions about it, and he left me. He answered all of them. He's a great leader for our offense.
In the way he was talking, or what? Yeah. I mean, how did it show?
Yeah, just vocal, getting the offense going, being able to when it's loud in the stadium and all that, quiet down everybody, make sure everyone has the right plays, just handle it like a quarterback should, like he's the field general. So he's doing his role perfectly.
Emeka, when do you think that was answered? Today, or did you see that?
No, that's been answered for me. Yeah.
We know how high the standard is that you guys hold yourself to. The last 2 weeks, I'm assuming, didn't probably meet what you guys wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Day said Sunday on, it was a difference in the practice habits and all of that. Is that because of the first 2 weeks, or was it just time to turn it up? What do you think went into that?
Yeah, I think it was a little. We felt it as an entire team. We just weren't playing our best football. For lack of better terms, we just, we know we had more in the tank. And even today, we felt like it was just a sneak peek. There's a lot we can improve on, but we went out there and we played really hard, and we beat Western Kentucky convincingly. But we feel like we can do that with any opponent in the nation.
Do you think that's ever hard for younger guys to acclimate to? Well, 1 by 20, 1 by 28 the next week. Like, that's good enough at most places,
Mm-hmm.
but you guys weren't happy. How hard is that to transition to that standard?
Yeah, you don't necessarily come to Ohio State unless you're an elite competitor. An elite competitor for us looks like dominating in every aspect of the game. I'm gonna play better than you on Saturday. I'm gonna prepare better than you on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm gonna watch more film than you. I'm gonna recover better than you, sleep better. It's all these aspects. So I feel like the guys that we recruit and the young freshmen have all those same mindsets. And that's why Ohio State has had such a great team for so many years.
Emeka, what still needs to be better offensively? You mentioned there's always things you can improve on. Like going into next week, what do you guys need to do better?
We just got to look at the film. I feel like we played pretty well today, but there's always things that you're going to pick up on, stuff that can bite you in the butt if you're playing a better opponent. Not to short Western Kentucky at all, but we're going into South Bend and we're playing I don't know what the rank, but probably top 10 opponent. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. That's why you come to Ohio State to play in these big games. But yeah.
And then what were your thoughts on the Carnell's moment there for his first touchdown?
Yeah, I was so excited for him. Just a dude who works really hard, comes in day in and day out. who's been through tragedy. You know, we were all heartbroken when that happened for him, but you know, it's not. You know, he was there. You know, 2 days later at the facility doing his workouts, practicing. You know, we all had a heavy heart for him, and just to see him make plays and go about his business the way he has with such grace is just super inspiring for me. So.
Emeka, you guys ran the ball for more than 200 yards today. How important